Exploring the high use of second-hand goods in the Gambia, a dramatically shift in fashion wear and goods imported into the country from abroad has been noticed. This business model is characterized with cheap and disposable clothing that emerged in the early 2000s with brands like H&M and Zara. Most of these items usually include high-fashion brands at cheaper prices affordable to many Gambians. Consumers have varying perceptions about their reasons for opting for second-hand goods. To ascertain their opinion, we visited the Westfield-Tabokoto Highway on a goods-selling day for the many traders involved in this kind of business. On a weekend, and while many of the shops were closed, some do not have a closing day to do this type of business.
If you look around, you will know that majority of shops don't open, but we just feel like to come and see if we're going to sell something. But normally when we come out, sometimes we don't normally sell. Sometimes we just open, maybe we'll close around, for something to go home. So, but normally doing Monday, Tuesday, and other days, sometimes, that time, it's a working day. We normally sell somehow. Sometimes we don't normally sell. So, it's all about luck.
Most of them here emphasized cost and quality being the fundamental reasons why many people choose the second-hand goods they sell.
Most
people believe that the used goods are of much quality compared to the unused ones imported from China.
People
always give us positive feedback whenever they purchase our goods. The quality they say is the reason they don't buy the unused ones.
Business folks say the business can be profitable, but prices are highly dependent on importation cost, which for the most part is fluctuating by the day. On the part of the customers, durability and quality of the goods remains their primary motivation to have value for their money.
They help those, at least 80% of the community, that they cannot buy new ones. Their buying capacity they cannot buy new ones. So the best is to have the second hand. These are, it has advantages and disadvantages.
I prefer second-hand goods because it is higher in quality. Some goods are expensive but not strong enough compared to cheaper ones. The ones from Europe are way stronger. The Chinese can make beautiful goods that usually don't last long. But I prefer the second-hand despite the increase in prices lately.
The second-hand goods are mostly imported from the United States and Europe. Whilst price is the main reason behind its proliferation in the country, there are still some environmental factors associated with the importation of these used goods, which some consumers are already aware of.
Some of the used goods from Europe come as waste in the country, but the goods are better than the ones from China.
When it comes to the second-hand goods, some of them, they bring those that are not needed in the country. Especially, these baby seaters, strollers. It's not needed in the country because Gambia is not, we don't need that. So that means they bring materials or articles that are environmental hazards. They pollute the country.
Others also argue that used clothes could also wear out easily and can cause skin rashes, as nobody knows from which skin it had landed on earlier and for how long it's been used for. Business folks operating in new and ready-made clothes argue that new goods, unlike the used ones, have much more guarantee and security.
The ready-made is of higher quality and more beautiful. It is better than the used ones. The new one has never been used, unlike the second-hand goods. One doesn't know why the owner wants to dispose of it.
Some customers also agree with this notion.
As you can see, this is very well packaged and not used. For me, it is more safe and secure.
The ready-made is better, but the price is usually edited.
Most new goods, especially clothes, are imported from Asia. China's textile industry is the largest manufacturer and exporter in the world, with an export turnover of over $266.41 billion. However, as useful as these goods may be for different sections of society, consumers still believe that there should be some regulation or policy to keep importers on check.
The onus lies at those who are bringing the goods. They must look at what Gambians want. Not everything you could bring in the Gambia that they want, so that they will not pollute the country. That's where the government could come in, and maybe they will levy a tax on all these those who are polluting the environment, those who are bringing goods that we don't want. And if it is polluting the country, you have to pay tax for that.
The second-hand industry is a booming business model in the Gambia, and it has been projected to be one of the fastest-growing industries by mid-century. However, it produces more carbon emissions than the airline and maritime industries combined, say environmental researchers. Could this be goodness in disguise without proper checks in the coming years? Only time will tell. But till then, many customers of these products have demonstrated their love for second-hand goods due to its affordability and quality. Reporting for GRTS News, I am Fatou Ellika Muloshi.